Here.
Approval of the agenda.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda with the exception of the executive closed session at the bottom.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? New business.
Consent agenda.
Oh, consent agenda, okay, I'm sorry.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
New business. Charlie Ray? Front row center.
Mayor, as you're aware, the contractor has finally started on the sewage treatment plant. One of the things we'll have to do on a monthly basis is do a drawdown request through rural development. This is all alone only with them except for the grant they gave. We have no other agencies involved. And the contractor started on the basins, done some excavation. He's asked for a draw request of $11,920.50. In addition to that, we have engineering inspection and construction administration fees of $3,322.66. And your attorney has turned in a request for funds of $816 for a grand total of $16,059.16. With your approval for the mayor's signature on this, I will deliver that to them the first of the week. I've got to do that down in the area. I'll give it to Kevin. It'll take him about 2 days to make the drawdown. You'll get a notification here that the money's in the bank. Checks can be written at that time and then disposed of for the proper bills that are presented.
I'm making a motion to approve the drawdown request.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any questions? I'm sure that's that will get opposed. We got any questions, we'll answer.
Mayor, I will be here each month at this time. Next month, I'd like to talk to you about the water chlorination. We'll start on that, get people familiar with what's going on. So it's getting springtime, so time to do something.
Are you leaving before it's over?
Yes, I'm finished.
So with Mrs. Smith, she'll be working with you. She'll be over water and sewer.
Okay.
And completion date is projected, it said spring, but it is spring.
I think the third date of completion is around August 20th. We've got till September 31st, I believe, for DNR. But RD held us up all last fall, would not let us advertise the project. We followed all their guidelines all the way through. So as soon as they get the equipment in and they fulfill their contract, we'll get that started. But it will not be in use this spring for the disinfection on the effluent.
Talking about sewer.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that what you were referring to?
I was referring to the coronation that he,
There is no ND.
No, the DNR has not approved everything on that yet. They had given us the compliance that they want it done. We've sent the preliminary report and everything in to them, modified the plans the way they want them. We're waiting on their final approval. I'll bring them up to date next month on what we need to do as far as advertising and bidding there.
so you don't know if it'll be August or it's obviously.
No, on that portion, it could be a lot sooner than that. It won't take about 30 days to do the system, get it in line. Once we get their total approval, we get the bids and get it started.
So it's like a 30-day after it's all.
Right. And your samples have all been good, so we don't have any worries right now on anything, which was to be expected with the source of where it was coming from. But they still made the requirement, we do have to disinfect the system.
Thank you, John.
Okay, if you have nothing else for me, I'll be gone.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Careful, Charlie.
Okay, ordinance number 890.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to have the first reading of ordinance number 890 established in the city clerk's way.
I'll second it.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Moved.
Bill number 890, an ordinance establishing a wage scale for the position of city clerk investigating the salary shall take effect.
Motion for second reading.
Second motion to second reading of ordinance number 890,
Title only.
title only.
Second.
Motion made in favor, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Bill number 890, an ordinance establishing a wage scale for the position of city clerk and designating window sergeant to take effect.
Motion to adopt.
Make a motion to adopt ordinance number 890.
I second it.
Any questions? Roll call.
Alderman Guerrero.
Aye.
Alderman Bovet.
Aye.
Alderman Cassidy.
Aye.
Alderman Franklin. Aye.
Motion adopted. Ordinance number 891, amending the budget.
I make a motion to have the first reading of ordinance number 891, amending the budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Bill number 891, an ordinance amending the budget for the city of St. Mary's, Missouri for the fiscal year 2012-13.
Motion for second reading.
I make a motion for second reading, title only of 890, Bill 891.
Second.
Motion made in favor, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Bill number 891, an ordinance amending the budget for the city of St. Mary's, Missouri for the fiscal year 2012-13.
Motion to adopt.
I make a motion to adopt bill number 891, amending the budget for the year 2015.
Second.
Any questions?
I don't have a copy in front of me, but it showed, when I was looking at it, it had all of these new additions, the police car. And it only showed, it didn't reflect in the department increase.
Well, yeah, it did. It went from $48,399 to $58,129.
You talking about the police fund?
Yeah.
On
But
the,
see, the police department fund comes out of the general budget. That you have to just show the budgets, not the breakdown of it. Are you talking about in this here thing?
right.
No. It's in the budget for the police department, it's in the general fund budget, and I just listed the increase just for that one budget. But on the breakdown, it shows it here on the breakdown sheet. On the police department. They had an increase of $9,730. There's a couple other things we decreased. We decreased the repairs on the vehicle because we know that since we got a different car, we had allowed quite a bit of money for maintenance on the old car. I took off $1,000 of that. And the heating fuel this year hasn't been real high, so I decreased it by $500. And then, of course, the car was $11,529 altogether. And so anyway, with the deductions and the additions, it came out to be a $9,730 increase.
But you get budgeted 1,000 for the grant.
Before that,
And
yes.
then we were loaned 3,000 to pay our share.
The car altogether cost us $12,529. We had 1,000 in there before. I increased it by 11,000. That made it $12,529 what we paid for the car. I increased it by 11,529. We already had 1,000 in the budget. The car only cost $12,529.
He'll be home this weekend.
And that was our 10%. So it
Well,
was a $120,000 car.
No,
no.
you done explained it once. The motion, she's done explained it to you twice, what
trying to understand.
what don't you understand?
Why, if we got a 10%
It's
gotta
always
pay
10%. The car share is
right.
always 10% of the car, yes. But we already had budgeted that. I have to put in the budget how much we spent, not where the money came from. I'm showing you how we spent it. We got 800 some odd from them for the car, and we got a grant. We got a loan from the Chamber of Commerce to help pay for that. But since the money was put in there, you have to budget it, so that's what we did. We already had $1,000 budgeted when we made the budget last year. And the rest of the car was $11,529, so that's what I did, I added it in there.
You have to amend the budget to do that.
Yeah, and I had them in the budget to put it in. But if you go back where the money came in also, you can see in the general fund where I put that money in there that we got. If you go to the money that was received, the general fund receipts, I put it down at the bottom. The grant, the police grant, I added a new grant, that was $8,999.92, a loan for the chamber, $3,000, and a grant for the police car from the chamber for $2,000. And that was how that went into the budget, and that of course brought our revenues up to our anticipated revenues of $141,000 from $127,000.
I make a motion
We
to
got-
adopt.
We done had a motion first and second, all we need is roll call.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Alderman Bovet,
Aye.
Alderman Pastu,
Aye.
Alderman Franklin, Alderman Gerardo.
Nay.
Okay. Departmental reports, fire department.
We had 2 calls for the month. We had 1 medical call and 1 brush fire. And barbecue next Sunday, the 21st of April, the spring barbecue we have every year. And doing everything we've done in our last meeting, we did a presentation for Clem for being a 50-year member with the fire department.
Yay.
And he's still ticking, still going.
I remember most of them years, they could kick tires and can't. Okay.
That's all I got for you.
Thank you. Police department,
I have no report.
park and cemetery.
I don't have anything to report.
Mr. Mayor,
Hmm.
we had used the park for the Easter extravaganza, and children went in to use the ladies' restroom, came out screaming because there's mice floating in the toilet. The bathrooms are filthy, there's mice feces all over, the trash cans haven't been emptied since last year. Even at the park, the trash can still has trash in it from us and the previous people that had the Easter egg hunt out there. It's not being maintained and kept up. It's a disgrace.
I don't know, I wasn't there. Did anybody check?
Well, they opened them and closed them, I informed him about it. The previous month, Alderman Franklin had said that they were getting the park ready for the summer and night events, and it didn't happen. They were filthy. There's old trash in there from, evidently they unlock their restrooms and they lock them. They don't clean them up and take the trash out, haven't done nothing to them.
Anybody here can contradict that?
I can contradict
Go ahead
that.
and,
It was a few days before the Baptists had their picnic that me and Frankie went down there. There was trouble with the men's bathroom for sure, because I had to go get parts to fix the men's bathroom. There was a water leak on the men's side, and we cleaned both bathrooms out after I fixed the men's bathroom with the leak, and we cleaned both bathrooms out. There were dead mice in the bathroom, which there is every year, and We cleaned the bathrooms out, we took bleach and cleaned the insides of the bathrooms out. Now, on the second week that they had theirs, now I wasn't there that week, but that first week that the Baptists had theirs, those bathrooms were clean because we got down all the cobwebs and everything. Second week, Carl, I turned around for store extravaganza or whatever. I went down there Friday evening before, after lunch. I cleaned the bathrooms, made sure the toilets flushed, everything, made sure light bulbs worked. Yes, there was a little bit of trash in the trash can and a trash bag, but it was not full, so I left it moved. Everything down at the pavilion was cleaned out, and I gather up all the trash every Friday of every week, so I know the trash gets taken out, so that's all I have to say.
I was at both of the egg hunts. And the first one, Mr. Bovin knows this, I brought a broom and I swept the pavilion because it was muddy, it was dirty and dry, and leaves and things like that, okay. Then another lady and I from the church went over and swept out the bathrooms. They were full of mouse turds. The trash can was full, the little trash can. I wasn't about to empty because I didn't know what might be living in there. And the second week, it was my granddaughter that went in there and found mice in the toilet. No one had used that bathroom throughout the whole thing, because if they had, they would have seen the mice in there, but told us, this was after it. So, I mean, perhaps they did, and this happened, I don't know, but there were still mice droppings on the floor, and paper, and, so, when the people rent it, it should be probably looked at. And I know Mr. Bovee was there, I don't know how it slipped up that we didn't notice that, but I hope that in the future we can have that.
I'm gonna tell you, them bathrooms are out there in the park, there's mice, there's everything in them. You have to live with mice. A mice can fall in the commode and die in a few minutes. I got a place in the country, and it's nothing for me to go down there if we don't serve very often and find a mouse in the commode. It happens whenever you got that. As far as I'm concerned, them bathrooms should be pulled down. You can't keep them clean, they look dirty all the time, they're old concrete, and they're not gonna be spotless. They can go in there the day before, and they're gonna be mouse dropping that night, because there's mice everywhere. And if there was a little bit of toilet paper, he said there was some in there, the other say it was running over. And I'm sure some was in between. But I expect them to be clean, I know Brenda does, and I know we will explain that it should be. But I can also tell anybody here that if you clean them tonight and you go down there tomorrow, there's going to be mice dropping in them bathrooms. There may be a dead mouse in the commode. It's the way it is when you got them out there like that. And we don't have city employees to be down there on Saturdays and Sundays watching for them. We clean them up the day before, and that's just the way it is. Now, I don't know, Dennis, he volunteered to go open them. Now, whoever volunteered to open them the next time, they go look and they can rush them out and dump the trash they want to. If they want to sweep the floor again, we can only, the employees can only do it during their work week. But I guarantee you, if you sweep it out on Friday, there's going to be some mice dropping in there on Saturday. And they may be a dead mouse in the commode. But now, whoever opened the door and was there could easily flush it. But that don't mean 2 hours, 3 hours later, when your party starts, there won't be no one in there. And we can't eradicate them. It's going to happen. You make a political issue out of it, you make anything out of it you want, but it ain't going to change.
Well, I know you can't leave toilet paper or
You can leave it out. I
yeah, you
can't,
leave
it's all
that in
gone.
there. Yeah, they'll tear that all to shreds.
And I got it rented for the 19th. I expect certain things to be wrong, but when we go down there, we take care of it. I'm not above when I rent it to go over and open it up and everything. They did it the night before. If we need to sweep it out, I'll sweep it out. If it's something in the commode, I'll flush it out. The board will never hear about it because it's just part of taking care of your part. And if you want to make an issue out of it, I can bring it to the next board meeting and make an issue out of it.
Mr. Mayor, on my way here, I stopped and checked the trash can, and it's still got the trash in it from when we were there
What, in the bathroom?
No, in the park itself, the can that's chained to the pole, it's got trash in it from when,
Because it wasn't all the way full, and I don't empty it out, they only full party.
well, that'll attract mice.
Well, they-
You're out in nature.
Hold it, wait a minute. Don't start, don't even start. You don't talk to him, you don't talk to you. You talk to me. Then you don't talk without me recognizing. So let's just get back in line. Now, you have a right to say what he said. And if you'd have held your hand up, I would have let you respond. But we don't get out of order. Okay, it happened. Now, the next time somebody goes down, I don't gonna open the doors all the time, Dennis. I'm sure the people don't want Dennis now, they voted. So he don't need to volunteer his time. He should lay his back and enjoy life for a while. Putting in 40, 50 hours a week. Doing his thing. Well, if he wants to go down there and open that bathroom, we got his business. But I can tell him what I think about him if he does. I mean, I think he's done his work. Okay, is that all? Anybody else on Park and Cemetery? Street,
Have nothing at this time.
water and sewer?
Okay, Charlie Ray pretty much summed it up for the water and sewer. The only thing I'd like to reiterate is that, all the samples have been coming back good. We've been testing them, they come back good. They, poured the walls for the, sludge tanks today, and, they're gonna pour again tomorrow for the, finishing up for the UV wall building. And, construction projects going along real good, so pipe layers will probably be in sometime next week. That's all I have. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to commend the guys that were working, they repaired a sewer line on 4th Street. That was a holiday, but it was a sewer leak and they went ahead and took care of it on holiday. So, and then we got a couple of grinders that they fixed this week. That's it. Thank you.
Animal control, Gerardo?
Nothing to report.
Emergency management, I have none. Canvassing of the election. You all got a copy of it?
Yep. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's official with the city thing there at this time. Okay, swearing in of the, who else? We can come up here in front of you.
Provisions of all laws of this state affecting cities of this class and the ordinances of the city. That I possess the qualifications required for such office as specified in the laws of the state of Missouri, and that I will demean myself faithfully in said office.
And for each of you to sign.
Janet,
Sit your seat.
Janet, get your nameplate, and I'll take your nameplate out of there.
Does it matter which issues?
At the present time, I will sign it next week.
Okay.
Okay. The first thing thing the board has to do is, elect the board appointment by the mayor, okay. Right now, you will replace who you beat in the election. You'll replace Dennis, you'll replace Frank, you'll take their jobs. Yeah.
I respectfully decline the job. I can. I've been in the practice until
You can't have a right to make an appointment, if the board approves it, it's your job. I'm appointing you, and with the board approval, I've made these two appointments. I need a motion to accept my appointment. You beat him, I ain't got nobody else. Who am I gonna put?
I don't know, you should have thought of that before.
No, you should have thought that before you ran.
No, sir.
I didn't have nothing to do with him being beat. I didn't have nothing to do with you winning. You beat him.
But you had
That's
something
his
to do
job.
with putting him in an appointment that was not illegal.
Who put who in it?
Giving Mr. Bovee the appointment of water sewer operator.
That was illegal?
According to municipal league,
Why is it illegal?
maybe not illegal exactly, it was inappropriate.
Inappropriate don't bother me. Illegal is illegal. Don't think it bothers me. If it's legal, I'll do it.
Fourth-class city
It's
structure.
legal. Well, you study your law. I made two appointments.
I've talked
I
to
need-
two lawyers.
I need get your lawyers down here. We got one. I made a motion these two be appointed to the respective jobs that they won in the election. I need a motion to do that.
I second it.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay.
Mr. Kasuda is more knowledgeable about
I'm
it.
through with it. It's done. You get your lawyer, you do your thing. I've been in this probably a long time. I've made appointments every 2 years, for 15, 17 years.
Doesn't make it right.
And, well, you got by with it.
Yes, you did.
You have the job. If you don't do it, there's steps to take that. It is your job. Here is your telephone. That goes with your job. You got 2 employees working under you. That's your job. Now, if you don't do it, the city's gonna go to hell. Because I don't know the sewer. I asked you to come down and get with Bovee a week ago. I know nothing about
I'm
the sewer.
supposed to learn what he's
You
done in
could
6
start.
years and 6 days?
You could start. There's a starting point every time. No, ma'am, you couldn't probably learn it in 20 years, all of it. But you can't if
It's
you
not my
don't
job,
start.
I'm an elected official, I'm not a hired.
You
official.
over department.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Clyde is, he's been over one, that's illegal, that he goes street department. Is it illegal? to
It's
run those
okay if they
parking
want to
lots?
accept it, but I
Well,
cannot
then,
be
in
forced.
other words,
to
you
do
can
it.
be elected and pick what you want.
I cannot be forced into a position that is not supposed to be for a fourth-class city.
Well, water and sewer is not a fourth-class thing.
The position that you're putting me in is not for an alderman in a fourth-class city.
Well, we
And it's
shall find out.
supervisory.
You
Yes,
get
we
your
will.
lawyer and move on, and we got ours, and we'll stay up. But it's gonna be that way. And Monday morning, if things ain't took care of in that department, there's certain things that have to be done. You gotta figure
You
out,
have 2 employees, sir.
them boys
They
do
should
not
know
have a
what to
license.
do.
They do not have a license.
They don't have a water distributor license?
No, they got water district license, they ain't got a sewer license. Now, somebody, you gotta figure out, you can hire somebody. It's your job. If you think that we can hire somebody, we can put out ad, we get somebody with water sewer license, we can pay them $20 an hour. Dennis is gone. He's the only one got a license. The people don't want him.
Exactly.
So he's out. And you told me last week, sitting right over here a month ago, you could do the job right.
I did not say that.
You
wanted to
did say
down.
it. You did say it.
I'm not allowed to talk up there. How could I have said anything?
It was at recess. You said you could about the, I said something to you about the election, and I said if you win it, you'll get it. You
I
said,
said,
you said it'd be done right.
I said you will hire somebody to do
No,
the
you
job.
didn't.
Yes, I did. You're,
Well, I'm not gonna argue
you're
with you,
wording
no more.
mine. I understand.
We'll move on. The
I
job
guess-
is yours. If you can't do it, that's your fault. But if you try to and can't do it, that's another way. If you don't try, then that's gonna be another way. Now, if you go in there and try, I'll do everything I can to help you.
Well, thank you.
And the board will do everything they can help. But if you say, I ain't taking it and go home, that department, we're gonna get a citation. Because nobody, I can't go out and hire somebody in your department. It's your place to take the lead. Now, if you wanna run an ad, you wanna get somebody, because right now, at this minute, we're in violation with DNR. Because we do not have a sewer operator. Now, what steps are you gonna take to get one? That's your department.
Okay.
What steps are you gonna take to get our water and sewer covered? Now, I know I gotta think, if you want to do the job, I'll do everything. I believe in the vote. I believe you have a right. You won. But I don't believe you have a right to turn down your appointment. And I believe you have to do your job to the best of your ability. And they are procedures to take if aldermen don't do their job.
I can do the job of alderman. That is my job. I was elected as
You
alderman.
get over the department. What are you gonna do about water and sewer? What are you gonna do?
That
Now,
is
if
the city-
you hire,
that's- You are the city administrator, that's your job.
no ma'am, no ma'am, it
Yes.
is not. No ma'am, it is not. It's your job. You just got it. You ran for it and won it
I
and you
didn't
got
run
it.
for the job
Yes,
of
you
water
did.
sewer operator. That was his job that he
Now,
had.
I mean, you gotta see to it that they got somebody to cover it. If you're over water and sewer, and you have got to take steps to see to it that we get covered. And you gotta do it. And if you don't do it, or don't attempt to do it, then you're not doing your job, and there are procedures for that. If you do your best ability, you can
We
get it
have
done.
a job definition problem here.
No,
It is not my job. I
It's
was
the alderman's
hired.
job to take care of their department. Same as the client to do the street.
This is a fourth-class city, and it is
I'm
not,
very well what this city, I lived here a hell of a lot longer than you have.
I know.
We're gonna move on, you got
Okay.
your job. You got your phone there, and people are gonna call you to ask what to do, and you need to tell them what to do.
I'll give them your number.
They can have my number, and I tell them I'm not over water and sewer, so you, I have nothing to do with it. I know nothing about the sewer department. Nothing, I know that. I wouldn't have took that job for no amount of money, because I couldn't do it.
So we were to be forced to keep an alderman that we didn't want because he has the
No,
licensure?
no, you can do something. You can hire a water sewer operator. You can do that. You can spend the money. You can spend $20,000, $30,000 more dollars next year for water, sewer, licensed operators. Yes, you can do that. The people who spoke, they brought you in. You got the power. You get on the newspaper, you get on the phone, you put out an ad, we need a water sewer operator. Tell them you're gonna pay them $10 an hour and see how many you get. But you're responsible to see to it that we get one. It's your department. You're over it.
That's-
You don't have to
that's
do
way
the
of
work.
doing things all along.
I don't
That's the
expect,
right way.
I don't expect you to do the work. I don't expect you to do one thing physically. But it is your responsibility to see to it that your department has personnel to do what keeps us out of trouble. And what I'm telling you is, you gotta have a licensed sewer operator.
See, that's not what you told me to begin. You said I had to get down there.
You
and
did
work
not
at the
sit down,
plants.
I did not tell you have to work a thing.
I was here, I said.
You do not have to
Is that
work.
what he said?
No,
Okay.
you do not have to physically do anything.
I was to go down there, I was to go down and watch.
You
these
go down there
guys
and get with him and see what he does.
Okay.
That's what I told you to do on the phone. And these two ladies sat here and heard me talk to you, so you're not gonna bend that around. They even see me dial your number because I knew this would come up. And it's the way it is. Now, in the morning, you should be figuring out some way to cover our sewer with a licensed operator. Now, there's different ways of doing it. You can pay somebody X number of dollars, they may cost $100 to come down here and sign their name to it. But if it don't get done, well, it's gonna bust our budget up and we'll do it. If you elect not to do anything, then we're gonna get a citation, we're gonna get fined. But it's on your shoulders, and you can come in, we'll help you do whatever you wanna do. We'll tell you how to do it, who to get a hold of, who to talk to, but
Well,
you
how about if I
gotta do it.
come in tomorrow and I bring you this information that I've gotten from the.
I don't care what you do with that. As far as I'm concerned, this appointment is legal. And I'm operating
In
that
your
way.
book, it's legal.
As far as I'm concerned, and it's been legal for the 17, 18 years I've been in office, nobody's ever ruled it illegal, and I'm taking a stand that it is legal for me to make an appointment and put you over head of the department. I'll put you over head of the department, and all you gotta do is make sure that department's covered, just like Clyde has to, Brenda has to, and you're gonna have to. You're no different, no better, no worse.
And I never said I was.
Well, you're acting like you're better.
No, I'm just telling you.
Well, then what are you gonna do
Excuse me,
tomorrow?
I think we need to move on.
We said it all.
Well, we can sit there and argue, but I'm telling you people this, come tomorrow morning, DNR is gonna call down here, and they're gonna wanna know what we're doing to get a sewer operator. and I'm gonna take call Diane. I don't know what she's gonna do. I tried to talk to her tonight, and she said it ain't her job. Well, it is her job. So then they're gonna take a stand that, well, there's nothing going on now. We may get a money back there. And it's still gonna be your responsibility. Until you do your job, it's gonna happen. Now, that's all I got to say. Now, you've been appointed. The next thing is the appointment of the election of board president.
I make a motion to elect Clyde.
I second it.
Motion made and seconded to elect Clyde Costello as board president. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Clyde, you have to be new board president. Now, I would like, do we need to get that on signing check tonight? Sure. I would like for the board to approve Brenda to be a third backup on signing checks under emergency. If Clyde's gone and I'm gone, we gotta have a third party. I would like for a motion for that to happen.
I'd like to make a motion, what you just said.
Go for it, Clyde.
We know what the motion is. Brenda's trying backup sign check if me or you are unavailable. If me or you are available, we're required to do it. But we can't shut the city down when both of us could be gone. The chance of all three of us being gone, the city's almost shut down, you know, got anybody there. Okay, motion made, second, all in favor?
Oh, who seconded it?
I second it.
I put it in.
I'm sorry.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Appointment of city clerk. I would like to see, Dottie be appointed, reappointed as city clerk. She's been hard, but she hasn't been appointed, and Joanne, as long as we need her to train her.
I make a motion to appoint Dottie as city clerk.
And we need a motion that Joanne be able to stay on as long as necessary. Now, I want to explain it just a little bit. Joanne, maybe in a month, be able to take some time off. But every time, it could be a year, that something comes up that Dottie's never been through, Joanne's going to have to come back in and show her how it's done. And Joanne has graciously volunteered to do it. So, as soon as she gets her through the basics here, she'll be missing some work. She's going to be here every day with her. If she needs her, she'll call her. But you may think, well, it's all over with. Well, then when the audit comes due again, then that's going to take several hours of her working with her to get through that. So it'll take some time. So she'll be in on all of it. It's open-ended right now. But the basics she'll have so long. She's probably, from what I see, she's doing real well. Joanne could verify that a lot better than I can. So, did we vote on it?
You have a motion.
Okay, motion made, second, all in favor? Opposed? Okay, presentation of award. Yeah, been waiting to do this for a long time. Frank, you step up here. I've been wanting to give you one of these for 3 years. You finally got to do it, thanks for your vote. That was your flag. Dennis? You help. Not that I let you go places. That's my pleasure. I present you this with all the service and volunteer work you've done over the years and countless hours. It's a great shit. I consider you my friend.
I do see. It's always real.
Good job, Dennis.
And you, Dennis?
Yep. I'm free to depart. Thank you guys very much.
You'll finish it.
Good luck.
Go catch a big one.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the hard work, guys.
You can't leave that, Joanne gets you blocked.
Oh.
Oh, we got citizen participation.
And we know how you back up, so you just better.
You've been talking to people, haven't you, Mike?
The floor is open to citizen participation. Yes.
Does it have to be submitted for, I just have a
No,
question.
no, you can get up today.
Oh, good, good,
You
good.
got 3 minutes, give your name and address in 3 minutes.
Okay, my name is Donna Stokes, and I live at 788 7th Street, and my issues with you. I got into major big trouble, last year about supposedly being mean to my dogs or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, irregardless, after $1,500 down the road and getting arrested, I would just like it if maybe we could find a way to, I don't want to get anybody sent to jail, by no means, that's not my motto or way to be. Just if we could maybe work on the stray dogs that are attacking my dogs daily. So, I mean, just maybe you and I can get together on the phone or something, or maybe you can run by my house or something, maybe I can give you some descriptions. I think I know who some of the dogs belong to, but like I said, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. And I truly believe that you know, the animals are in danger, and that, you know, because I'm not going to be as nice as the next person, they're going to shoot them. You know, I've already got several neighbors that are complaining, and we're shooting them if they come in our yard, and I don't want to see that. So, you know, I know you're over the animal control, and I could never get any satisfaction with the other ones. Maybe we can do something together. Okay. Thank you.
Keep going, and then you hold up here.
Yeah, step up here. Jody Odom, 51 Fifth Street. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but Dennis, you know, you've been working as, I guess, I don't know what your actual title is, supervisor of the water plant now, okay? Water plant supervisor and alderman are totally separate.
True.
Okay, why couldn't you stay on down there?
I volunteer my services, but I have to be under contract. I cannot be on city property unless they're paying me or doing something that, under contract.
Okay.
So,
And I can answer that question.
it has to be, yeah, I'm sorry, Mayor,
The voters don't want him. They voted him out. I'm not gonna turn around and hire him at this time. Why would I slap the voters in the face? They want her to be over that department. We got a water man. We don't have to have a water license like anybody else. The sewers where we're in trouble. And I'm not gonna hire them at this time whenever the voters don't want it. That would, what would that look like if we turn around and put the man right in that the voters put out? He volunteered his time. He's all, period. I've answered your question.
I've got 3 minutes, Mayor.
Okay, I'll give you 3 more.
By ordinance.
Wait a minute, I'll give you 3 more.
Okay.
Now you got 3 minutes, talk.
The voters voted for Diana as alderman. Has absolutely nothing to do with the water operator. That's your appointment that combines the two. Those are 2 completely separate deals. Okay, there's nothing combining those 2 on the ballot. That's you combining those. You and you alone. There's nothing on that ballot. I did not see anywhere on the ballot, alderman and water and sewer supervisor or operator. Okay? There's nothing on that ballot that said anything about that. She was elected as an alderman and an alderman only by the people. That's you that's putting the 2 together. Okay? That's all I have to
No,
say.
wait a minute. You through. You relinquish. You're right there 3 minutes. Now you're through. Now it's my time.
Okay.
I did not say she was over the water and sewer. She's over that department. She got to see to it that it functions. She got to see to it that the personnel there to make it function. She got to see to it that the people have the license. She don't have to have a license. He volunteered to do it out of the goodness of his heart. It's her responsibility that she's over them to see to it that there's a licensed operator, sewer operator. There's a licensed water, which we have a water distributor. But when we go to coordination, I don't know how far that goes. He has a license on water and sewer. It's not her responsibility to go out and fix a commode or fix anything. But it's her responsibility to see to it that we have the personnel to do it. Now it's her responsibility now. Dennis is out, his license goes with him. The people want him out. They don't appreciate what he did, I don't care. That's fine. I believe in the vote of the people. Now it's her responsibility to get somebody in here to take care of the sewer with a license and get us out of trouble with DNR. And that is her job as alderman of that department. She took that department.
So.
No, ma'am. That's your
Because
department.
you say so.
Well, I say so, and I'll be proven right. You don't have to do no work. You don't have have to have no license. You don't have to have rent, you don't have to have nothing. You gotta make sure that your department is run right.
When you needed someone to take this position, did you hire it or did?
I didn't hire her.
How did she get in?
That's her job. She's the clerk. The
But you
board
put
hired
an
her.
ad in
The
there.
board hired her,
in
and
paper,
the
you
board,
brought her in.
the board put you in. I nominated you for your job and they allocated. The board hired her. I don't hire the clerk, I don't fire the clerk.
But you put
The
an
board.
ad in for someone who was
I didn't do it.
qualified.
The clerk did, her job.
All right, Joanne put an ad in for someone that was qualified.
And boy, if that's what you want to do it. That's your job to see to it, they get
Are you gonna
done.
say
You don't
that I
have to put it
do that
in
out
there.
of my own pocket?
It's gonna come out of your department. You get with Joanne, she'll put,
I'll be
if you
glad.
want her to put an ad in the paper, but you better get the approval of the board before you spend any money.
Of course.
You need to get with the, or talk to them on one-on-one or something, don't never talk to them two-on-one, because you'll be in trouble.
Out of here, this, okay?
But it's your job, and I don't care what he stands up there and tells you, or what you stand
He
there
is
and say.
correct.
No, he is not correct. You are over that
I have
department.
done my
and it's
homework,
your-
sir.
Well, you just, yeah, but you tell him what you want said. When I get to talk
Oh,
to him.
you say what
it's
you
different.
want to say.
But when I talk to
You
the
have
lawyer,
certain
it'll be
rights.
different.
I got
I'd
it.
like to make a motion. We're going nowhere again. If that's all we're gonna do, I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Fine with me.
I second him.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Have fun. Because we're involved, and
That's not my fault.
yes, it is.
How would it be my fault?
Look, it won't be your fault if you can show them